You are watching Kasapa Media.
Dr. Brian Agyapong, Papa Bia said you on the Buta how to unite the MPP and ensure that we win the 2028 general election. So there are two things involved here. One, how we are able to unite the MPP, and two, how the MPP is able to win the general election. When it comes to issues of unity, in this presidential race, Obi Agyapong say Brian Agyapong is seen as a unifier. Then people from various camps shifted towards Brian Agyapong. In the last month, Brian has been engaging a campaign team from across the 276 constituencies. Some will buy and some will go through training. In fact, and now what I say, former parliamentary candidates are Ejinama MPP, former MMBCs are now almost serving under MPP. Nura Minoka say constituency chairman and Obabishia from across 276 constituencies. Minoka say we have about 256 constituency chairman about Rock City, Ombabishia, Agyapong. So you can understand, say the campaign the campaign people, our other camps should be worried about it. And the common would be maybe a man for a report, a cut pieces together just to score a certain agenda. If the MPP wants to win the 2028 general elections, I think that we ought to be very frank with ourselves. We need a candidate that appeals to the broad base of the party. And everybody, all the aspirants are saying that is what they stand for. We need a candidate that has very bold and decisive visionary leadership. Ghana can have a lot of hope and trust in. We need a candidate that will appeal to the young people of this country. And we need a candidate who be able to way the anointing to about the MPP. Brian is selling that message. Now, the message and what I say, Dr. Baumia is a fine gentleman. But Dr. Baumia is a victim of circumstances. Circumstances in the day. Young name was in the Pakistan BSc, you promo say, ya. Sabi on Penifuna would grow or two for me now, try say, Omodo Manubetu will be a best of problem. And Tokabe. In Toka could see between Kusashes, any man pushes across, especially in the north, upper east. A big grano, like saying, a cheesy bit, as the Abba, Massey, and then Yamia would go be. Now, we are MPP, naturally, what follow the politics of the MPP. Now, we share what happened in the last election. There were a group of Kusasses, the leaders of Kusasses, who came out and warned MPP, their people say, Mom go to about my MPP. Again, as a party, we need to find a way of remedying that situation. We need to find a way of arresting that situation. And of course, Sir Brian, every this issue, we were affected by it. And like Dr. Baumia was a victim of circumstances. Menini is preaching tribal bigotry. Menini is being tribal. Menini is bringing ethnocentric in his delivery. He's talking about facts. The over 1 million Kusasis are Ghana. The point decided they won't vote for the MPP. What happened? How do we save that situation? Will a new face help in solving that problem?
But menena kumia di nkomo sesi a wo se sa statistics na mudi tu dwa no enye ho nko an wo mo anto aba across all the regions in Ghana. Enti so we dey work with analysis a full shot.
You see, Kwame, nobody is saying MPP lose the election. Nobody is saying that particular reason there are a myriad of issues. Economy. The Ghanaian people were complaining about economy. The Ghanaian people were complaining about some of the attitude of government appointees. The Ghanaian people complained about a whole lot. And that led to the MPP losing the election abysmally in the 2024 general election. But issues, they lose, I was here picking one after the other to address the issues. And so nobody can pick and choose what he or she likes. Or nobody can say, I say, I be my and because said you a near. You need to say, dear. Early this year, MPs would bring Akushia. It was a friend, Dr. Muhammad Bawia. Obaye, the delivery. He spoke about this from Pussy Kusatin Papan. Which you tell you, even from Dr. Baumia's angle, he sees it had an effect and he was trying to water down on it. People talking about it. In people's closed door meetings, just like Dr. Brian, they are talking about it. They did not go and sit on OKFM and as a PCFM. He met party people, they were looking at the data and they were speaking to data to find out why and how we can solve that problem so that the Kusasis who are MPP can come back home and continue to vote for the MPP. Yes, for the first time, the entire of Upper East we lost. Upper West we lost. And nobody can tell me that this singular issue it did not have an effect in that election. And if we want to win an election now, any emotions in frame. Politics there. It is the 1+1 that you look at. You just see the two. So we need to look at every situation if it comes. It is a bit of what the data says, what the facts are saying here. It does not mean that person is preaching tribal politics. No. Brian is not saying people should not vote for Dr. Bawumia because your mom pushing it. No, that's not what he's saying. In fact, my constituency, people voted for Dr. Bawumia, not because he's a quote, but people felt he had what it takes to lead Ghana. There are reasons why people did not also vote for Dr. Bawumia, and that may include this particular issue. Let us not gloss over it. If we really would want to win elections in this country, nobody should gloss over it. Let's take the issues one after the other. And just like Dana Komiaka, it is not just one issue. Every issue that led to the defeat of the MPP, that prevented over 2.1 million people from coming out to vote for the MPP, to be discussed closed door. When we meet party people and in the selection process, we need to find out why this happened and how we can solve those problems and get people on board to vote for the MPP in the 2028 election.
Now, my main radio way. Young Fano, a year, the 5 northern regions. More the candidate of free northern part of the country in Okoye. And for that matter, no religious party, so Osanya Kremuni, first time, na move failed the candidate here, were Muslim. Into the anticipation was that, say, more feel the Muslim. One Muslim for in order to the Zongos who vote and the 5 northern regions, no, or Ghana more votes. When what the factor Kasai, honorable Dr. Brian Champo, the factor Kasai, and there be a Nipanant here with this analysis.
They understood the message, but of course, people are trying to mischieve us, and people are trying to throw in a lot of issues and twist issues. I don't think that Brian Champo and Rebecca check Ghana for the selected Dr. Bawumia because Dr. Bawumia is Muslim into the Muslim votes. Yes, to Abalo. Dr. Bawumia made it very clear to young entities what he's bringing on board is the Zongo votes, and also because he is a Muslim, the Muslims who vote for him. I mean, there are videos, evidence to that effect. So that's it. And of course, you cannot rule out that effect in our body politics. Okay. And then I send to me show about me a president here. They show the apostolic body Pentecost in our because we there. Or I also repeating.
Sure.
For that reason, Yentu Yaba and Faman.
And say a Wakima, Yera Mahama Kra, so assemblies of God in political strategy, we call it identity politics. It works. That is why every politician would want to appeal to a certain identity, a certain base. Everybody wants to appeal to it. America, Donald Trump, but he was trying to preach to a certain Christian community to appeal to them to vote for them. So those are the realities. You need to find a way of appealing to every single person. And I think
That is what any political strategist will do. That's what any political strategist will do. Hello?
I see. Me ba cho no so meet you pa.
Yeah.
Meet you.
Enti Kwame. Ye nuanom no munya botre. Ene mrantie ne ye nyina didi atem go trotro niema about Brian Champon. Brian Akoka say and Brian ASA and
I say go there almost the 10 cents of Brian Champon but me one will be.
It makes sense. In that sense, Agyapong mo can say Brian Champon masterminded the removal of Santapa. Santapa was never removed as a minister for this.
There be what you removing it that
for 8 years. So how is that the sin of Brian Champon? Yes, you Brian Champon masterminded Ayawaso West Wogon. When they know that Ayawaso was found Ayakawatem, Brian Champon never stepped foot in Ayawaso like the way he did in Ablekumanov. Just that Yempeni Fona himself, National Security in Kofobi Wogun, and that we needed to own up. And we needed somebody to speak for the government. And that is what Brian Champon did. So after sacrificing for the MPP and ensuring the MPP the government will be exonerated from this attacks. And MPP for now come home because of internal elections. And they are accusing Brian Champon of that particular thing. They themselves, they know the truth. They know that Brian Champon had nothing to do with it. They know that Brian had nothing to do with it. And what is this thing? Our mocha. So Brian or Koto Hotel. Now Brian is Snake is so what the Rock City Limited Liability Company. No, and now Ghana hotels like the Sea of Ghana. A day new Rock City. Not almost expressing interest. Not because of a political nature, and it's also a redraw, and then he's being punished with it. Somebody who wanted to inject life in a state institution and ensure that Ghana for being today is being accused. It is now almost kind of requirement in a Rudura dancer. And then someone in a swoon.
Okay.
Now we have told our supporters that we are not engaged in the politics of insults. And so nobody should go and do 10 cents of Dr. Baumia or 10 cents of anybody. We don't want that.
Okay. Now,
all we are doing is to present the data, the facts to the Ghanaian people, to present the data to the MPP people to decide on it. And your own here, and you say, and your man, no, what you here.
Now, minim say, Saturday when so pop up say, Baumia MPP for the buyer for 2024 elections, you know. Munina na mo support no. It na munim say bibi nko yi, and aftermath no, and ma afa mu badwini say ade ya na mo kan ne yi say we religious part no identity one no ye keke no and buy.
Well, na me can say those identity politics no. I mean you need to look at it so and look at the positives of it. I'm sure say we were all anticipating say a big one. But if we did not, I don't think we need to blame ourselves too much for it.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we put here, player be back a game one. You hope the player and bit in done game no, I'll perform it 1-1 and then what 11 and all more bottom. Sometimes the player and the player can come and work magic. Sometimes player and the banner. Maybe on no Friday, but let's say someone send it here. Then the next time you re-strategize.
Okay.
So all we are telling the MPP people is that yes, we brought in.
You are watching Kasapa Media.